In our thrill-seeking society, where everybody wants to push past their limits, jump out of helicopters or risk their lives in other ways, the final frontier is not out there. It's inside of us. Dealing consciously with death and dying is truly the ultimate ride. Every one of us deals with death and dying in some form in their lives. This series is about the many phases and ways of encountering death.
I would take her place if I could, but unfortunately I can't.
We accompanied death midwife and funeral director Ziri Rideaux and her team in their work with families and followed them through intense emotional experiences. Grief, strength, courage, love and surrender, surrounding one of the most human experiences and one of the greatest taboos. I'm Ziri. I'm a death midwife and a funeral director. It's just like a midwife for birth. I'm a midwife for death. My great-grandma and my grandma were shaman before me, and from age 4 they started training me in the art and wisdom of dying well. Not just have a good experience, but have an adventure with this.
I'm working with Ziri at Friends Funeral Home, and I'm a certified death midwife. The experience with the death midwife is completely different. Families, they get the opportunity to actually be with their loved ones.
When somebody passes away, there is a precious window of opportunity of about 3 days where people's hearts are open enough that they perceive the spirit of the ones that have passed. They realize the essence of that person is still around. This opportunity is there to establish continuity.
Thank you, beautiful Elizabeth, for having given life to these wonderful 2 girls, your daughters.
We don't have to say goodbye forever, just the form of our communication changes. That takes a lot away of the grieving and the sadness.
Mother, carry me, a child I will always be.
Mother, carry me, your child I will always be. Mother, carry me down to the sea.
Every time I learn something about a new culture, like Hare Krishna, this is where the cremation chamber is and where normally people are not allowed in, but we allow them in because, we want them to have every moment they want to be close, they can be close. And they put a tiny little flame here on his chest. They send, with all the singing, the whole body into the crematory, and this is their custom. That's so important that families can say goodbye exactly in the way they want to. I don't just do alternative funerals, I also create healing ceremonies for families who have experienced tragic death.
Just finding Ziri was the best thing ever because she was just so compassionate. It was a perfect ceremony just in our home, peaceful, quiet. I was in my pajamas because it had been days since I showered. She didn't care. She was there to help us and be there for our family.
I always refer to Ziri as a catalyst because she has a way of taking in the energy and then letting it disperse in a way that people can handle it. She puts people in a place that they feel safe enough, even if they don't want to actually open up and think about things in a different way.
I know an intense experience for me was once when I would deliver the ashes. There was one guy and I had the urn right next to me on the driver's seat, and I think it was Wally or Bobby. I could feel this road rage coming up in the anger. And he, in a funny, nice way, would kind of let me know that it's annoying when I'm like cursing around driving the car.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And I just could feel him behind me going like, hey girl, just relax.
There's a lot of laughs, you can't, it'd be impossible to do this work without the laughter as well.
You know this young guy, Nicholas Patrick Wagner? He died here, a flash of lightning struck him in the middle of the water. It wasn't even a big storm or anything. If something like this happens, it's very important that the community gets together. In this case, we organized all of Venice to do a beautiful paddle-out memorial service.
It's a beautiful day. Sky falls, you feel like it's a beautiful day.
I consider myself a very lucky person. Dealing with death has taught me so much to enjoy my life. It's a great gift to me that so many people trust me with their loved ones and that I touch so many of their lives. Death doesn't really divide us. It actually unites us in beautiful ways.
Beautiful day.